In Kentucky, the fans at Diddle Arena making a fashion statement, while the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers hoping to make a statement of their own as they host the Jaguars of South Alabama. Now, so far, so good for Western Kentucky in conference play. They're in first place in the Sun Belt East, but they cannot afford a slip-up. The Troy Trojans are just a game behind, nipping at their heels. Thrilled to have you along for the ride with my partner, former West Virginia and Duke head coach Bucky Waters. My name is Eric Collins. And folks, the Sun Belt Conference putting two teams in the NCAA tournament a year ago, South Alabama losing in the first round, while Western Kentucky making it all the way to the Sweet 16. And this time around, both schools still with big dreams.
Oh, yeah, and they can both go back again, but I think they're going to have to win the tournament to do it. Neither one appears to be an at-large at this point, although the outer conference victories by both and the schedule is very strong. The nucleus is back for both teams, yet they did lose some key people. Ironically, both teams are led by guards from Louisville.
Yeah, let's take a look at our Star Watch. We'll see these guards from Louisville who grew up fast friends in the Derby City.
Absolutely, and the Jags 5'10" Dominic Tilford is streaky, but 43% from three. He went 7 for 11 against Western Kentucky the first time and dropped 30 on them. Western Kentucky counters with 6'3" junior Ace Slaughter, who was good enough to get 25 on number 3 Louisville and 20 on Georgia 2 nights later.
Let's take a look at the lineups. First, we'll start with the visitors from Mobile, Alabama. South Alabama 6-6 in Sun Belt play. They have arguably the finest front court in the Sun Belt with DeAndre Coleman and Brandon Davis, 1 and 2 in rebounding in the Sun Belt. Ronald Douglas will block your shot if you're not careful. He had 6 blocks in the game they played just a couple of days ago for South Alabama. For Western Kentucky, this is how they line up. Keep an eye on number 20, Orlando Mendez-Valdez. He has the only known triple-double in the history of Western Kentucky play. Did that back in January. He is an all-around performer who really fills up the stat sheet.
But he's crafty and savvy, and I love to watch him play. We're in for a treat today.
There's a man who proves that you can go home again. Ronnie Arrow, longtime head coach at South Alabama, resigned back in 1994, spent a couple of years in basketball purgatory, ended up at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and now back for a second tour of duty with South Alabama.
He's a crafty veteran, and he is opposed today by a rookie. Ken McDonald, in his first season with Western, he played under Rick Barnes, and Dennis Felton was 5 years here with him at Western. He's learned at the feet of great ones, and so far his first year indicates he got it.
Western Kentucky losing a lot of firepower from last year's Sweet 16 team, but they haven't missed a beat. Currently in first place in the Sun Belt, 10-2 in the East Division.
It's a great environment here. It's a big league arena, skyboxes. It's, I mean, you talk about mid-major. Hey, this is big time. These people care.
And we're off. Tap is run down in the corner. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, the man is down early. That's Mendez-Valdez, who ran right into a chair. Oof.
He did not practice yesterday. Watch this, hit that chair. Oh. I was afraid it would be a cut over the eye. I can't see if he's bleeding. He's being helped off the court. But that's the effort that this kid puts forth. Nothing's held back.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a cut right by the right side of the eye, and he's going to have to be tended to. Hopefully nothing too serious so we can get him back on the floor. So we played 4 seconds and already a man down for Western Kentucky.
Yeah, it's that kind of rivalry. South Alabama won in here last year as they swept Western Kentucky, and now Western Kentucky with the win in Mobile is trying to return the favor this year.
Anthony Sally, number 2, checks in for Mendez-Valdez. This is Pettigrew. Extra pass inside, and the shot is blocked. We told you about Ronald Douglas. He'll block your shot if you're not careful. In transition, ball poked away. Baruch can't get the alley-oop. Both teams flying around early in this game.
Yeah. We got great athletes here today. I thought that pass was right on the money, and I thought Caruso tried to do a little too much with it. You don't need mustard on these, baby. Just get home.
Coming off the screen, this is the point guard, C.J. Garner, true freshman from Silver Spring, Maryland. Keeps his dribble alive. Now shoots it over to Dominic Tilford. He's their leading scorer. His first shot of the day. A little bit wild off the mark. Caruso the rebound.
We told you he was 43% from 3, and that's outstanding. But he's very, very streaky, Eric. I mean, he can go 2 for 15 and 2 nights later drop 30 on you. It's you never know.
Tough place to win for visiting teams here at Diddle Arena. Just saw the numbers. Over the last 2 years, 1 loss at home. Ronnie Arrow's South Alabama team doing it against Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky has won 25 of their last 26 here at Diddle Arena. Jump shot along the baseline, up and in. Sergio Caruso, just a freaky athlete, his head coach Ken McDonald says.
He only shoots 23% from 3, but that one was from the parking lot and no iron.
Say he was on the line, so a long 2 for Sergio Caruso. Pass inside, Douglas has it. Working with a dislocated shoulder, and he shuffles the shoes on his drive to the cup.
Both of these teams take a lot of pride in their man-for-man defense. You'll notice Douglas with that bandage on his right shoulder. It's been an in-and-out dislocation problem, and it even occurs once or twice within the same game. Phenomenal.
Yeah, but they need him on the floor.
Oh, boy.
He missed 3 straight about 2 weeks ago. And South Alabama lost all 3 of those games, each of them by 2 points. Just killers for Ronnie Arrow's team. So they'll put him on the floor even if he's got that brace on. Quickly the other way. Tilford thought about it. Now tries to get himself free. Coleman. Pass is poked away. Slaughter runs it down.
Great help defense that time by the Hilltoppers. Signature man-for-man both ways.
Slaughter working off a screen from Pettigrew. Now Pettigrew leaves him alone and takes the ball on the wing. Former Kentucky Mr. Basketball, wild shot. A little too strong. And here comes the Jaguars. South Alabama trying to avenge a loss earlier this season back in December on their home floor against Western Kentucky. And another travel, second one of the day for South Alabama. This time it's Brandon Davis, the senior from Birmingham, Alabama, called for the violation.
Yeah, in that loss at home, Tilford went for 30 on the Hilltoppers, but it wasn't enough to get it done. He's the only player on that team from Kentucky, so I'm sure there's a little nostalgia coming back to the great home state.
This is Sally, has the ball poked away. It'll stay with Western Kentucky.
Dominic Tilford, number 3, in the blue, is being guarded by his old teammate and nemesis, A.J. Slaughter, number 4. They won the 12 and under state championship in Kentucky as teammates. That was a long time ago.
Did you know they had 12 and under championships?
Yeah, but I'm not sure they checked the birth certificates. They were dunking.
This is Slaughter working against C.J. Garner this time. Pettigrew, second shot of the day, misses everything. And we're going to have a whistle. What do we have? It's going to be a foul call. They call it on Pettigrew? No, they call it on Mike Walker going after that rebound. That's Walker's first.
Walker voted the most improved player, as we see here. Everybody getting it. Hard to get a good look. I mean, the defense is, they're right in your grill.
Bucky, what's the situation with here at South Alabama? 4 turnovers. They haven't put the ball through the hole yet.
Well, I think I'm going to credit Western Kentucky's defense. It's very good, especially off the help side. Look at that. Great anticipation by Sally. Defense, you know, when you got a great home crowd, more than anything else, it really helps your defense. It energizes you. Sometimes on the road, you got to hit a couple to get the juice going back on the defensive end. But when you get that crowd on you, and this is a great crowd, it really helps your defense.
Dayon Cavoro, freshman from Serbia, comes in for the first time. And maybe the best news here for Hilltopper fans is at the last whistle, Orlando Mendez-Valdez back into the game, playing with a bandage above his right eye. Remember on that opening tip, he was the one who ran into the chair next to the South Alabama bench.
Well, he's sort of the icon for the first few minutes of this game, wearing a patch and probably got a quick stitch. Oh, there it is. Where's Ferdy Pacheco when you need him, huh? The fight doctor.
I think he's working on that bench for Western Kentucky. Mendez-Valdez didn't spend too much time cooling his heels.
No, he's tough. Really, really tough kid. And the irony is he did not practice yesterday, and as we were getting a tour of the facilities, we came in to a massage area, and he was getting a massage. I'm going to say, hey, sign me up, coach.
Inside, first bucket of the day for the Jaguars, DeAndre Coleman, the senior from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Yeah, this is a nice facility. Built back in 1963, but radically renovated in 2002. A lot of amenities in this building. It's the home for the basketball team, and they do everything in this building. Loose ball poked around, and offensive rebound. Covoro runs it down. First shot of the day. Mendez-Valdez hits it from distance.
OMV, and in Bowling Green, Kentucky, that's like a BMW. They love them.
Senior from San Antonio hits his first shot. Now the defense being laid down. Ball ripped away from Tilford and saved along the baseline. Sally had it. They're going to say he stepped on the end line. It'll be South Alabama basketball. Ronnie Arrow, his team will have the basketball when we come back. Right now they're up against it, and this is why. Mendez-Valdez hits his first shot. Hilltoppers up by 3. Maybe an hour and 15 due north of Nashville, Tennessee. The western part of the state, as you'd imagine. This is Western Kentucky University. This facility, Diddle Arena. You're a big fan, Bucky.
Well, they didn't recruit me, but Ed Diddle's one of the great pioneers and who helped establish college basketball as to what it is. And he also coached baseball here, which sounds a little strange now. Basketball's a full-time job doing commercials and everything.
DeAndre Coleman misses the short jumper for South Alabama, and here comes the Hilltoppers. Low-scoring game out of the chute.
Boy, how about that? South Alabama, first time out, they had 1 assist, 5 turnovers. They got skin under their fingernails from Western Kentucky playing defense like that.
Covoro misses the wild layup, run down by Coleman, and a foul in the backcourt. Sally runs into Tilford. First foul on Anthony Sally, the junior from Richmond, Virginia.
Ken McDonald really did a strange thing, I thought, early in the game. Took A.J. Slaughter out, and now he has just put him back in, so he is rested. And as we look at Dominic Tilford, he has not gotten off to the good start, and he is very frustrated. He's a very nervous, anxious kid, wears his feelings on his sleeve, and as Ronnie Arrow says, he's going to take 4 or 5 bad shots, but he's our shooter.
Brandon Davis gets it back out. LaShawn Watson, his first shot of the day is true. Watson, the junior from Greenville, Georgia, is actually thinking about playing college athletics here in the state of Kentucky. Was a football recruit with the Kentucky Wildcats. They wanted him as a tight end. Decided he wanted to play baseball and ended up at South Alabama.
Bob Huggins has a great line on football. He said, you know, those guys get it right. They get these real fat guys, they hug each other, knock somebody down, and then go hug each other again. It's really simple the way they do it. It's too much.
Tilford, quick jumper, a little bit short, ball poked away. Tilford gets it right back. Good move to get inside, and he can't finish the layup.
Boy, that was down and out. Frustrating for him.
Open look in the corner. Mendez-Valdez has it poked away, waited a little too long. Best win of the season so far for Western Kentucky, without a doubt, their win against Louisville back in November. And count the bucket, DJ Magley had the ball interfered with. That was going to be a 2 for the Hilltoppers.
That's an emphasis this year. If it's above the rim and it's on that glass, had any chance of going down, and that's a good call. Both teams have terrific hops, good athletes in there. I think the front court of South Alabama is a little stronger. It's almost entirely retained from the previous year, but they did lose a couple of great guards that really took them deep Unfortunately, they lost in the first round, and Western Kentucky went all the way to the Sweet 16. Took UCLA to send them home. What a story.
And South Alabama still trying to figure out how to play without Dayon Merritt, their point guard, and Demetric Bennett, who averaged 19 points a game last year for Ronnie Arrow's team. Just a real luxury to have quality senior guards.
Hilltopper switching to the zone. Worked that time.
On the run out, Sally finds Slaughter. Out the bucket, and he's fouled.
Well, the neighborhood kids, two things are going on. Slaughter is off to a great start, and Tilford is struggling a little. What a great break. Watch this passing. 3-on-1 classic. Yeah. C.J. Garner with a strong, tries to smother it, but just great body control, up and in, and he gets a chance for three.
Slaughter converts the three-point play. Western Kentucky University, the first team in double digits. Western Kentucky a perfect 10-0 here at Diddle Arena on the season.
Little gimmick here, showing a little half-court trap now, back into man.
Ryan Scherer into the game for the first time. He wears number 10 for South Alabama. Tilford, good pass inside. Blocked. Coleman can't get it. Offensive rebound, and Douglas with the chin-up.
No wonder he dislocates his shoulder. What a power move.
The contest was there, but scored the goal. Western Kentucky up by 4.
Great pass by Tilford that time. The fact that the ball's not going down for him has not diminished his contribution to the team.
Long jump shot, a little bit off the mark. Pettigrew can't find it. Offensive rebound. Missed, and finally up and in. Stephon Pettigrew. Took him a while, but he gets his first bucket.
Well, I'm surprised at the offensive board opportunities that the Hilltoppers are getting. One of the real strengths of the Jaguars is their boards.
South Alabama leading the Sun Belt Conference in rebounding. They have the top 2 rebounders in the conference playing along their front line. But so far, it has been all Western Kentucky on the glass. DeAndre Coleman with another bucket. He's now got 4. Quickly the other way, and Anthony Sally is fouled. They're going to call it on Dominic Tilford. Timeout on the floor. We've played 8 minutes here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Western Kentucky on top of South Alabama by 4.
How much sugar is in these energy drinks? Let's find out. While waiting, you should know. 5-Hour Energy contains 0 sugar and only 4 calories. Its blend of B vitamins and